Let's do one more effect I call beveled text with a twist. Let's start out by creating a new layer. In that new layer, we're going to pick up our horizontal type mask tool. Come over on the screen and type a word like bevel. Now again, I want a good beefy font here, so I'm using ITC Machine. Let's go ahead and select it and go and make that about 200 points. Make it nice and big so we can see this easy. Remember, that's a selection. That's all this is. Go ahead and pick up your Move tool. And again, you can see it's simply a selection. That's all we want. Choose a middle gray color, like one of these. With that layer selected, and let's call that beveled text. With that layer selected, what I want you to do is we need to fill that selection with the current foreground color, which is a middle gray. Hold down the Alt key and press the backspace key in Windows, and it's the Option Delete key in Mac, and we've achieved our goal. Control D is deselect. Now we can move it anywhere we want. Let's put it right about there. Step number 2, create another layer. Make sure you have beveled text layer selected for the moment. Hold down the Control key and click in that thumbnail to make a selection again out of the word beveled. Go to layer 1. Doesn't matter what color we use. Go up to the word Edit, Stroke. Let's do about 3 pixels. On center, click OK. Control D to deselect, and of course, this is what we have now. We'll call this the stroke. All right. With stroke layer selected, go into our wonderful FX button and go into Bevel and Emboss. It's not the bevel we want. We want a style of outer bevel, much more aggressive. All right, we got that. Let's go into our gradient overlays. And in gradient overlays, you have a lot of different overlays. These are the metallic overlays. If you don't see these, and again, I got to there by clicking that little blue button here. If you don't see metallics, click this button right here and go down and load metals. You'll see them. This is the one that I want. You can see it's creating just on the stroke that metallic look. That's exactly what I want. A little bit more flavor here. Let's do this. Let's add a drop shadow. Just a slight drop shadow. It's going to give it a little bit more depth on those sides. I like that. We're going to stop there. Click OK. We're not done. That's not too bad, though. Let's go into beveled text. So select that layer. That's the one that contains our beveled text, or the gray color. Select it. Click this button right here, which is Lock Transparent Areas. The only areas we can change are the areas that have something in them. Go up to the word Filter. Go to Noise and select Add Noise. Something like that. Give it a little bit of a metallic look. Click OK. One more thing. Filter, Blur, Motion Blur. And we're going to just move it a little bit to the left and right like it's brushed metal. Don't need a whole lot. Something about like that. Now let's add one more thing to finish it off. Bevel text is selected as a layer. Go to FX and go into Gradient Overlays. I want you to apply the same gradient, this one right here. Now that overwrote everything that we did with the noise and the motion blur. So we're going to change one thing. We're going to knock the opacity down and blend those two together in a sense. Something like that. Click OK. There you go. Metallic beveled text with a twist.